This is the 40th video that we've posted on this channel. And in consideration, and I guess in celebration, commemoration of this 40th video, we're going to explore the number 40 as it appears in the Bible, as 40 is a significant number occurring at some conspicuous places and carrying with it some connotations that echo through various parts of the scriptures. And so in this video, we're going to look at the number 40 in the Bible. Now, we must be cautious because the Bible itself does not specifically assign any particular meaning to the number 40, and there is no guarantee that it signifies anything concretely. However, this number tends to appear in certain situations and carries connotations of testing, trial, hardship, a period of probation, and also sometimes a period of transition. One of the main instances involving the number 40 in the Bible is Jesus' temptation in the wilderness. As recounted in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, after his baptism in the river, Jesus is driven by the Spirit out into the wilderness, where he fasts for 40 days and 40 nights and endures temptation by the devil. This is a period of trial and also signifying transition from his pre-ministry life, ready now for his full adult ministry. However, Jesus is not the only person to fast for 40 days and 40 nights. Noteworthily, Moses also, when on the mountain with God, fasts for 40 days and 40 nights. And also Elijah, as he is traveling to Mount Horeb, where he also meets with God. Elijah fasts for 40 days. This is somewhat interesting as these three figures, Jesus, Moses, and Elijah, are all present together on the Transfiguration. They share that in common, having all fasted for extended periods of time. Now, it should be noted that fasting for 40 days is unbelievable for many people. However, it is possible. People do and can go without food for that period of time and longer. However, this would be very demanding on one's body and should not be tried voluntarily. However, these were very unique individuals and very, very tough men, all of them. The number 40 also carries with it a sense of probation or punishment. When God is punishing the earth for its iniquity, he floods the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, during which time Moses weathers the storm on the ark with the animals and his family. Also, the Israelites are destined to wander for 40 years in the wilderness on account of their unbelief. Also, Ezekiel lies on his side for 40 days to indicate the number of years that God is going to punish Israel for its iniquity. And Jonah, in his ministry to the Assyrian capital of Nineveh, proclaims that God will destroy Nineveh in 40 days' time. And the king promptly declares a fast for all the people. And as a very concrete expression of punishment, or even indicating extreme punishment or the limits of punishment, the maximum number of lashes a punished Israelite could receive, according to the Mosaic Law, was 40 lashes, which, if you remember, is what Paul receives for his sharing of the gospel, less one. And at times, the number 40 also carries with it a sense of hardship or difficulty. The Philistines harass the Israelites for 40 years. Goliath, when he comes up with the Philistines, taunts the Israelites for 40 days, morning and evening, prompting David eventually to come forward and challenge him. And as the Israelites are preparing to cross the River Jordan into the Promised Land, their scouts are sent to spy out the land for 40 days, during which the rest of the Israelites await the news of their report. However, while the number 40 often carries with it these connotations throughout the Bible, it has been suggested, and I think is well worth considering, that the number 40 is perhaps sometimes used as a shorthand or an expression, meaning a full adult life or a period of a generation. The Israelites again wander in the wilderness for 40 years while the hard-hearted and unbelieving generation passes away. In the book of Judges, at a few different places, it is said that the land of Israel rested or was at peace for 40 years, suggesting perhaps a lengthy period of time. And conspicuously, 3 prominent kings of Judah and Israel, Saul, David, and Solomon, all reigned for 40 years, suggesting again not a concrete span of time, but perhaps just an indication for a full adult life. In this way, the number 40 might be used in the same way that we round numbers, or is used idiomatically in the scriptures to again suggest a generation or an adult lifetime. Well, again, the Bible assigns no specific meaning to the number 40. When it does appear in the Bible, as it does approximately 150 times through the scriptures, it often carries with it this shading or sense of testing, trial, waiting, hardship, or transition into a new phase of a group of people or an individual's life. And so be attentive to it in your reading of the scriptures and as you hear it in church, as the number 40 can sometimes mean something more than just the number 40, even though, of course, sometimes 40 is just 40. And this 40th video in this channel has itself been one of waiting and even trial and testing of sorts. As the last couple months, we've had to take an unexpected break to catch up on some outside work and attend to some other business. But we are returning to production regularly now, and look forward to having you join us on future videos as we continue to explore God's Word. And so we thank you for your patience as we've reached this 40th video in this channel again. And we wish you God's blessings. We'll look forward to having you join us again here in the future. All right, take good care, and God bless you today.